Let me see, before they're all gone, if anybody is in desperate need of a hat.
Are those the Fire Dog Lake ones?
Yeah, this is Fire Dog Lake. We got, well, this one looks like somebody traded out a hat, and here's one left. If anybody needs a hat, anybody doesn't need a hat, they're going to be sitting here until somebody figures out who does. Anyways,
did Claire bring this up?
No, Fire Dog Lake sent the box. Is about $200 now. The cool thing about these things that we got from them is they're union made. They're or in here, you know, they've done their research basically on these products. They're you know, paid fair wages and that whole thing, and they're made with good materials, as good as can be, you know, better than just buying this crap from Walmart. You know, huh? Yeah, I got some for you. That's right. And so basically, the Fire Dog Lake is people like not in the big cities that are kind of out or that are, you know, not able to be down here on the streets, that have paid into some kind of registration fees or donate to their site. They've raised about $150,000 nationwide, and then they have been, you know, hooking up with Occupies and sending supplies like this out to each one of them. And so it's a grassroots thing. It's not some big corporate sponsorship. And also there's a weekly liaison meeting that if anybody wants to watch it that has a computer, I can send a link to you guys.
Yeah, please.
And so get with me and give me your email contacts after this meeting, and I will send you that link. It's tomorrow. It's at 6 p.m. and it'll last about an hour and a half. And if you use that link and sign in, you might even be actually able to talk. So anyways, it's pretty cool. I recommend it. And you get to see and hear, well, not see, but you get to see their training, but then hear about firsthand accounts like on the ground at these other Occupies. There was about 20 of them on the line last time. So give me your contact information if you want to do that, and then they're going to be sending more supplies, sending requests for an RV, right?
A van.
An RV van.
He asked for one yesterday, so
Yeah.
I talked to him and asked for a van, and now I'm going to talk to him tomorrow night about it. We'll see what they say.
Yeah, cool. And this is Joel. He is a liaison with Fire Dog Lake as well, and which is cool. So hopefully maybe we can get more, and because the package right now came to me, maybe the next package can come to him or whatever. Someone else can get signed up, but you have to have a membership, and maybe either try to find a sponsor or put it up. I think it's $30. I don't know. Somebody sponsored me, so whatever. Anyways, that's that. Get with me if you want to check that out tomorrow at 6. Cool. Carry on.
Thursday night educational seminar at Sandy's. Do you have the address for us? I do.
2502 West Colorado Avenue.
And what time? 8:30.
That's tomorrow? Thursday, right? Okay.
Yeah, Thursday the 8th.
Where is Sandy's?
It's
25th in Colorado, basically.
yeah, 20.
I want to say the address is
301.
posted up.
301? Yeah, Suite 301. He'll be talking about the First Amendment, our freedom rights, and interacting with the police. And he's coming from Denver, so and we want to make sure that we respect all of these speakers that are coming in. They are donating their time to us, so please make sure we take advantage of it if we can. It's definitely good information. He's with the ACLU, and then yeah, that's at 8:30. 2502 West Colorado Ave, Suite 301. Okay? If you haven't gotten signed up yet, and if you're not getting emails, events, emails and stuff as far as Google, you're not on the email list. Give me, after the meeting, come give me your email, and we'll get you on that email list, and then that way you guys will get the updates. It sends out, I got the Google Calendar set up to where it'll send you a reminder. It'll send you the actual invitation, and then it will send you a reminder 3 days before, and then it will send you a reminder the day before, to let you guys know, what's coming up and what's going on. So it's definitely a good communication key as far as to keep up with what's going on, events-wise. We just decided events meetings we're going to move to Monday nights at 6 o'clock over at Cafe Porto, right?
Porto.
Yeah. Right over here on Kiowa. They're locally owned. They've been supporting us. They've brought down many times. They brought soups down to us. They bring coffee down all the time. So we're going to move that to Monday nights so that way we're not conflicting with Tuesday night's general vote night because it has a tendency to run longer.
Can we send stuff to you through that email list? I can respond to there? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Yep.
I'll send you that foreclosure business stuff.
Yeah. You can
That way you can just send it out and I don't have to
that's
collect
where I
it.
have all the educational people and everybody, for the most part, sitting, and I do have some that are communicating with each individual. But the OCS, I definitely check more often. The 12th. Raven is going to head the national shut down your port. It's actually National Shut Down Your Port Day, but I'll let Raven.
But they also wanted, if you don't have a port, obviously, to shut down like Walmart distribution centers or like your busiest Walmart if you don't have a distribution center. I know Denver's doing the Loveland distribution center, so we're going to be trying to figure out which Walmart we want to shut down and then like how we want to shut them down. Like there was a little bit of talk of, do we want to put a human chain in front of the doors? Do we just want to kind of pick at it? So if you have ideas and stuff, we want to get that together as soon as possible because that'll be on the 12th.
Which is a week from yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, on Monday. So to get that together to decide which Walmart we want to go to, we'll get some flyers out so everybody will see that as well.
On the 12th stuff? Yeah, I mean.
Are you doing staff?
You want me to
moderators.
Want me to moderate? Yeah, I can do this. Is everybody cool with me moderating?
Yeah, sure.
All right, next topic, yeah?
I got something on that same topic. Me and John and a few others went to the GA in Denver the other day, and they're talking about something in a different part closer to Denver. I don't remember where it was exactly, but they're not talking about the distribution center.
I can expand on that.
Flyers today for the distribution center.
Yeah,
So.
and we just need to be coordinated. That's the thing. Yeah, so they're still going through with that,
Yeah,
Drew. They're still going through with it, and they're having alternate plan A's, not contingency plans, but there are things that are also going on for people that can't make it up there to Loveland, and just like we're having something local down here.
And the reason we're doing local is because Nick's court is that day at 1:30. We need to be at the courthouse at 1 p.m. on the 12th. Nick took the fall for all of our stuff on City Hall's property. We need to make sure we are there to support him as far as standing out front with signs, and then we need to walk in with him and fill the courtroom because it's a very, very big, it makes a very big impact when that person is done talking that half the room or most of the room gets up and walks out at the same time. It just shows the judge that they have a lot of support.
Oh yeah, we've seen that several times with
today.
Jack and Amber and Thomas. Jack and Thomas actually went today.
I'll keep it stacked. Okay, go ahead.
That's all I was.
I have an agreement with that because that's pretty much what happened at the courthouse today. Like they told me they aimed things directly at me because of course I do things perceptions a lot. But yeah, when Jack's thing was done, pretty much everyone that was in that courtroom got it.
Yeah, it makes a very, very powerful statement. We do that with the MMGs.
Cool.
Also, if you haven't signed up on the flash mob list, please do on the website because the next flash mob is in the planning phase right now.
Flash mobs?
It is?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
By who?
By the people planning the flash mob.
Well, I'm on the committee for flash mobs and I haven't been
Well, then
notified.
you
That's why I was
discussed that in the
requesting.
flash mob circle.
Yeah, we need to discuss that in the flash mob circle.
Well, we do have people that want to be a part of the planning for the flash mobs.
So call Michael like on his cell phone.
Okay.
My phone is not working.
So sign up for the flash mob. If you have any further details or questions about that, probably pass some emails around because it's apparently obvious that we shouldn't talk about details of that beforehand.
Flash mob
Maybe
does not get talked about prior to unless you are the one planning it. Other than that, not a whole lot gets said unless that person needs input.
like Fight Club.
Otherwise, you wait until you get that email. You are told where to meet us or whoever it is. You are told to meet that person at a certain time at a certain location. At that point, you will get your directions from there on what you are doing and what you are going to be involved in for that time frame. Because if you do flash mob and you let everybody know, and if we speak about it right here, then everybody in the world's going to know, and it's not going to be a flash mob anymore, and they'll stop us before we even start.
Cool. So that's the process on the flash mob, guys. So sign up if you want to get those emails and know where that meetup spot is.
my question is, how do I get involved in creating these flash mobs?
Like you said, probably talk to someone else not inside this GA.
Wait, talk to somebody.
Yeah, good idea.
Let's make a circle, guys.
Okay.
It's pretty big for like 20 degrees outside.
So we've covered the 12th. Are we done talking about the 12th? Dave, actually, do we know what we're doing here on the 12th?
That's what I just got them saying, talking about is we was tossing around ideas, and I went ahead and volunteered to kind of put it together. So anybody has some ideas and stuff, because we got to decide. Okay, we don't have a distribution center here, we don't have a port here. We got to decide which Walmart and how we're going to do this, and then we're going to get the flyers out and everything ASAP.
My question was, I know for sure Nick's court date at 1:30 minutes. The rest, she's talking about the distribution center or possibly ticket. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it for the 12th.
That's a big day.
Yeah, it's a full day.
Okay, so it sounds like Raven, get in contact with Raven on that. Is anybody else? Okay, yeah. Next topic.
Alright,
The 13th. Go ahead.
I'll only go for a week and then we'll move on to something else. 13th, City Council meeting, 1 p.m. Meet at the courthouse. Bring your signs out front. If you want to speak.
City Hall?
Yeah, City Hall, sorry. If you want to speak, you need to sign up before 1 p.m., correct?
Yeah.
You need to be there before 1 p.m. to speak. What I've been suggesting, and a lot of other people were talking about, take an item off the grievance list. Write a speech about it. If you can't write a speech about it, there's plenty of people here that you can contact that can help you write a speech. Take the time for the open forum to educate our city council. They're there for us. It's time for them to listen to us. So yeah, they're supposed to. So take even if you don't know what you want to talk about, take a grievance off the grievance list on OWS and talk about it. Give them facts and information about how this is wrong and how we're mad about this stuff. You know, just letting them know, and our presence is known on a constant basis then in front of city council.
Yeah, and it's free press. I mean, it's free press. It's live streamed on the .gov website. It's also put on, I think it's channel 18 on cable channel 18. It's also put in the minutes, so it's also written. It's also recorded, so it's free press as well. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be something that's on the agenda. Just go up and tell them you think they suck or something. I mean, well, not that, but it's constructive.
Yeah, do it articulately.
Which is a good point.
Thou suckest.
The live stream is, if you can't make it down to the courthouse on that day, in your home or you're at work on a computer, we'll try to throw that live stream link out, bounce that around and see how many people you can send it out to, and check it out and watch everybody give their speech and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And then the 13th at 8:30, we have another speaker, Loring from the ACLU and the Peace. Yes, thank you. It's tongue twister. We'll be speaking on Post-Patriot Act, the fusion centers. There's all kinds of information that he's going to be filled with. We're going to meet. They are over here at Cafe Corto also at 8:30. They're actually going to keep their doors open later for us so we can have this meeting there. Because they usually close their doors at 9, but they're going to leave their doors open for us, and we're going to set up chairs and stuff in there. And they're a local business. We can have coffee, tea, have sweet treats. They're really awesome over there. So make sure you guys show up for that one too.
What day was that?
The 13th.
The 13th, same. So okay.
So yeah, it's
after City Council.
Same day, yeah, same day as City Council.
And City Council, if you want to get on the docket, you got to be there before 1.
Yeah.
And the thing starts at what? 1:30.
1:30.
Okay.
Yep. I'm writing all this down. Don't worry.
All right.
All right, and then
The 14th. Just kidding.
14th is a breather. 15th. Trace will be talking about. Will you explain what he's talking about?
All right, essentially, we're going to be having a Where Does Money Come From? Educational seminar. We're going to be watching a 45-minute long video called The American Dream. It's fairly palatable to and easy to digest, using actual facts and figures in terms of fractional reserve banking, fiat currency, basically the domino effect that caused the situation that we're in right now. And then after that, we're going to be discussing monetary policy and how it affects the average Joe on Main Street. So basically, it's for all those that are interested in learning more about the Federal Reserve. This will be a good night to come.
Where?
This is as we were talking about. Anything that's on a Thursday is going to be at Art of Arts, which is the Anthony Studio, which is at 2502 West Colorado, Suite 301, 3rd floor.
8:30.
It will always be 8:30 on Thursday nights at Xanth's.
Can I ask a
Have
question?
that marked every week.
Yeah, are we getting that? Are those on the calendar? Is the calendar? Okay, cool, awesome. So
They're already on
check
there.
the calendar for those two if you're not able to write down right now.
Yeah, if you can't write it down now, it's on the website calendar, it's on the Google Calendar. If you click on the events tab on the Facebook page, they're all listed there as well.
Yeah.
While we're talking about the calendar, I'd very much like to see these court dates maybe on there so that we
Yep.
can follow.
Everybody can email me their court dates because everybody comes to me and tells me here, I can't remember it. If you can email it to me or come write it on my little pamphlet here, it will get in the computer. If you, I can't remember it. I'm sorry. I try. And that's it for the 15th. And then the 17th. Yay!
How cold are we?
Okay, Heidi.
On the 17th, deep communication as a tool for social change. What if, with regard to the economy, the environment, and homelessness, and personal relationships, what if when you interacted with somebody, you both understood more about each other than you did before, and you could resolve conflict peacefully? So it's a workshop in deep communication. It's Saturday, December 17th, over at Xanth's, 2502 West Colorado. And if there's enough interest, if you can let Steve know your email address and I'll get email addresses from Steve, then maybe we could carpool over there or something from here. So Saturday, 3:30.
I had a question on that on the flyer that you had. It said something about $1 per packet, and then it said donations. Or is it required? Are you requiring cost?
There's no cost for the workshop.
It'd be nice if you could check the box.
These two people are coming to give 2 hours of their time for free because it's us. But if you want a packet, we'll probably be able to contribute packets if you don't have $1. But if you could contribute $1 for the 14-page packet, that would be great. Or you can help by giving $1 for somebody else's packet.
Okay, I just didn't know if that was.
It's not necessary. It said on there that it was suggested.
So that's on the 17th.
It said on
That's on the
bottom.
17th at Xanth's Studio again? Okay. And that'll be on the calendar too, I assume? Awesome.
I got all that information, so it'll be on there tonight.
Cool.
I'm not going to go any further.
I'll write to you, Raven, and see what was unclear about that, so I can change that.
We could be here for a month.
Okay.
Just so everybody knows, we are planned out all the way through the middle of January as far as educational seminars on Thursday nights, and actually it's looking like we might pick up a couple Tuesday nights as well. I got a DVD called Just Do It. It came from the UK. I have not got it to play yet. I'm wondering if somebody didn't erase it, but we're trying really hard. It has not and will not be released here in the United States until June. They have offered it to the Occupies. They mailed it to us from overseas. It came through customs, so I don't know if it got wiped out, but I'm trying to get it to play on something. As soon as I know for sure, I will let you guys know, because that will be, it's a modern day outlaw is pretty much what it's titled, as far as, you know, different steps of things that you can do civil disobedience wise, you know, productive civil disobedience. There's a lot of information on it. It's like an hour and a half documentary.
Is this something that we can be able to make copies of, or is it
No,
something?
we are not allowed to. This is going to be a documentary. I had to sign a release on this in order to get this. It cannot be copied. It cannot be put on the internet because it has not been released, and it will not be released until June.
Okay, so we'll do probably a showing. Like, is there any way maybe
I'm going to try to get UCCS or CC to get a bigger area for that viewing, so we can have a large area. And that's why I kind of pushed it off until January, so all the college students are also back, so they can come view that as well.
Okay. Or we could do it
We
more.
could quite easily also show things like that at Xanthia's if we have a projector.
Okay.
And there's a lot of square footage in there. Like it works really well. Like we could.
So I don't know what I'm working.
Yeah, it's there's enough square footage. Like easily everybody that's here probably times 3 would have enough space comfortably to be able to look up at a wall and watch a video as long as we have a decent projector.
Does she have chairs over there?
That'd be a good question.
Also, Connor has access to a spot too, and Steve has access sometimes to something at CC. So we need to get those places coordinated, and so that we know that we can do maybe more. There you are.
I was trying to go through.
Okay, same thing. But then Connor still has a place, and so we'll get in contact with him, and then maybe we can do multiples.
Yeah, rotate them or whatever.
Multiples.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We do have a big speaker coming. His name is on January 12th, and then I'll stop from there. Mike Holler. He is the author of The Constitution Made Easy. He will be coming to speak to us. We are going to push this across the city because he usually charges groups in the upwards of $1,000 to come speak for an hour and a half. He has donated his time to OCS. So we are going to make sure that it is a very large event. So we are going to start working on flyers and stuff for that now, so we can start spreading that across the campuses, and then make sure we hit the campuses right after they get back from Christmas break, so we have a large turnout because it's very educational and educated man. It's amazing.
When was that date?
So, January 12th.
Oh, okay.
So it's out there. I just wanted to let everybody know that that big event is also coming.
Right.
And I'm done.
Well, tomorrow is also Patrick. Where'd Patrick go? Patrick, what's tomorrow at UCCS?
Tomorrow UCCS from 12:15 to 1:30. It's a deeper look into what Occupy is about.
Can you say this again?
Yeah, it's tomorrow from 12:15 to 1:30 at the University Center. While Occupy Wall Street movement has acted as an outlet for angry citizens and grabbed headlines, still unclear to many on the outside, even to some on the inside, what the movement is about. Beyond slogans, media soundbites, what are the deeper issues that drive this grassroots movement, and what is the philosophical and cultural context that encourages OWS at this particular time? Given this context, are OWS's concerns, convictions, actions, and expectations reasonable? Join philosophy professors Raphael Sassower and Jeff Scholes to discuss these questions and more in an open forum. Yada, 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 yada.
So a couple of professors, philosophy, professor and religion are going to be giving a talk in an open forum at UCCS. Yeah. Put on by UCC, Occupy UCCS, right?
Yeah.
So from 12 to 1.
Yeah.
12:30, what, to 1:15?
1:30. 12:15 to 1:30.
12:15, 1:30, all right. That's tomorrow.
We're getting busy, guys.
Yeah.
This is busy.
All right. So any new? If anybody wants to get the link to the Fire Dog Lake thing, remember to get to with me, Raven.
I did just want to make a request. Do you happen to have the financial report that I know we've kind of, if that could
I
be?
have one copy, so you guys are gonna have to come look at it with me, so I don't lose it because my printer broke when I was on my way here. So Oswin, you printed it on the back of something, so I had it. So I do have it. So if you guys want to come look at it, okay.
Now, will we be doing those like as presented to the GA or?
Well, there's really nothing to present. I mean, if you want to look at it, it's here. I mean, right now we're at $444, and then was it you that had contacted? Somebody had contacted me and said they got us to the $500 mark, so we can go ahead and start buying the t-shirts and all that kind of stuff.
And anybody that would like to look at the designs for the shirts that I proposed, it's a really nice like Colorado flag. It says Occupy, but it uses the Colorado C like through here.
Kind of like what they did on the covers for the
Similar,
like underneath the.
Kind of similar. Like a buddy of mine in San Diego actually ended up doing it for us. But I would like to get those shirts made so that we have shirts to sell on the 29th at the show at the Black Sheep. That's really going to be how we maximize our profitability there.
So will we be approving that before it's sent to the press?
Yeah.
If we have, I need to figure out how much it's going to cost for sure because I didn't even know if we had a budget.
Fortnite, we can vote on maybe like once a week or every 2 weeks. You know, we kind of release it in the email.
Speak up.
Or once a week, you know, we release it once a week or twice a week we have that printed off.
What?
The finance thing. So that way, you know, like every 2 weeks or something, they'll have a copy out, and we'll have enough to hand out to everybody at like the Friday GA every 2 weeks or something.
Well, we had said the Monday GA, and that way we could do it about the previous week. So you had like, you know what I mean, like several
every 2 weeks
days.
or something, like every other Monday we could have one where we pass out to everybody. This is what's been done for the last 2 weeks. Or something like that.
We're just not collecting any money right now, guys.
And does that include the $110 that was collected on the .org site anonymously?
I do not include any of Michael's money. That Michael does what Michael needs to do with that.
So they are separate.
That is completely separate.
And I have posted a link to all of the records for that underneath your posting on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
You already.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with OCS.
I just didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, no, that he does his own stuff.
And I was just gonna ask: are we gonna approve, or is there like a committee or something that's for the swag before they get sent off to the press? Is there going to be any type of approval of, okay, yeah, we like the buttons and T-shirts, or no?
I think Joel's asking. He just asked for any input. I think that's what he's doing.
So it is. I mean, or.
I don't care one or the other. I just don't want to have to sit around and not get shirts made while we're waiting for everybody to say we do like this or don't like it.
Where can we go and look at it?
I'll go ahead and post it up on Colorado Springs or OccupyCS.org tonight.
Okay.
I'll let everybody take a gander, and then I'll probably also post a link to it on the Facebook page. I did start actually you'll be able to see it also too if you look up on Facebook Occupy Movement 2.0. I registered that today as a potential page that I'd like to hold on to, and I did use the logo for that I'd like to use for the T-shirt for the icon for that. What I wanted to address, the reason I was making my hand movements, was in regards to Nick's idea of printing them out and then having them circulate. I want us to beg caution with having it circulate in too many hands, because if that makes it somewhere eventually, that could create a tax liability that later could be used as a way to try to hurt somebody or leverage on somebody, whoever they decided would be liable for those potential taxes. Now with $500, it's not a big deal, but once it starts getting like to where we could show like we've generated X amount of thousands, then if we have documents posted online, if we have documents that end up in the wrong briefcase, then that could potentially open somebody up to some tax liability that I think we should try to avoid. So while I do think we need to have the transparency, having that information float around and being too accessible could be a danger.
And that's exactly what the lawyers stated also.
Is there any more discussion on finances? Okay.
Not on finances.
Okay.
Off the subject.
All right. New subject.
If anyone has time to dedicate to the corner down here, I'm trying to work out a schedule to where we can put a schedule on what time people can come down here. So if you want to contact me afterwards or hit me up on Facebook, and I'll get a schedule worked out.
Patrick.
J-A-Y.
Oh, yeah. You're up.
So, and right now, like 10 to 2 is happening, or is that?
10 to 2, there's usually 3 of us at least that are down here from 10 to 2 from Monday through Friday.
Good idea.
So there is a presence.
You don't want to be the only one down here. You should know when's coming.
Which I know, okay, maybe we want to be done, but I'll just bring this up because this kind of ties into it. We got a presence in the park. It's important. We are here in the cold. This is great. We're making a presence in the park, but we're also having meetings, in other places where it's not so cold, and that's good. So what we happened tonight, we almost went over to the coffee shop to meet there because we all met and we decided to go to the coffee shop, but then we ended up back here. But if something like that happens, I mean, if we need to go to another place, I recommend we do, if we think it's too cold or whatever, if we can get a place and do that. Having our presence in the park is good. I think setting up this, this
rotating roster.
Yeah, that thing is beautiful. And anyways, that's my 2 cents on it. If you guys want to talk about that, we can, or not. Well, I know, how far you want to go with that. Anybody? Yeah.
I just wanted to say something too, like with the presence here. I just had a situation the other night. I had to call, and Eric comes in my assistant. I don't recommend any of the females being out in the park if you're going to be like by yourself. Because I ended up by myself after GA the other night and encountered some interesting characters, and I went over to Starbucks and I was kind of scared to leave there to go to my car, honestly. And I know Amanda's been up here before by herself and was not exactly too comfortable either, correct? Yeah, so I mean, if you're going to be a female up here, I'd definitely suggest that bare minimum a buddy system, because that's not real kosher.
Safety's
yeah,
good, yeah.
I didn't know that until the other night.
Yeah, those were the people I was telling you that we were dealing with like every night.
I
So-
see.
On the tents and shit. Hey!
So safety is really important, guys. You know, this is a peaceful protest. So obviously Patrick's going to be setting up rotation, helping with that, and that'll probably, you know, that security and that buddy system will probably spawn out of that, I'm imagining. So let's, you know, keep that organized, keep it rolling. Presence in the park, you know, we can continue that discussion as it seems like things are working right now. So, and the GA, any new topics?
I called him today, but
Dave, like, I don't even know, 90 or something, right? Awesome. 70 something.
90 days.
It was just 81 days yesterday for Wall Street.
Yeah. Been happening for years. All right. Right on, GA. Concluded. All right.
Yeah.
That's my Colorado
Great
Springs.
turnout.
OCS! 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 OCS!
We're growing.
And drink beer. Anybody who wants to get the link to that Fire Dog Lake, come and see me.
Yes,
Anybody who's
send it to
going
me
to
through,
Aqua,
I am, like, I think Claire sent it to me.
Yeah, what's tonight?
What?
Hey, all right.
I don't know. Well, it's tonight everybody comes over to my house.
Yeah.